What's going on, guys? I just finished reading Achromatic Chronicles Green, and I do have a review out for Blue. If you're interested in that, be sure to check that one out. Now, that is a spoiler review as well, so be forewarned on that. Um, I had some issues with it, especially with the adults, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good children's book, and so I went ahead and backed Green. Now, I won't be giving any spoilers away from Green. However, there's some spoilers for Blue, so if you don't want any of those, if you haven't read Blue yet, don't go any further in this video until after you've read it. So now, just to go ahead and sum up the story with Green, we're now getting Fortuna's side of everything that led up in Blue. We see how she became queen, and what happened on her little failed adventure out to that mysterious island. And that's where they met, Pride from Full Metal Alchemist, or at least what looks like Pride. I cannot unsee that. But that is where I will leave it for the time being. Because, again, I'd be spoiling way too much if I went any further in that. So, basically, we're just getting all caught up to what had happened. And again, just to reiterate, wasn't the biggest fan of the adults in Blue. However, Fortuna's dad was much more believable for me. I actually felt like he was a caring father. They're still not perfect. I still had a few issues. Just one example of something I thought was a little weird was one of Fortuna's diary entries. All the words were like on the outside of her hand, and I'm just like, why would she write it like that when, clearly she should have been writing it. Now, we're supposed to read her notes, I get that, but I probably would have put her hand like just on the outside or something like that. Just nitpicky, to be sure, but that was something that just stood out right off my first read. I'm like, huh. But overall, I liked the book. I thought it was a pretty good read. Definitely feel that it's a good story for, a younger audience. Another thing I want to praise this on, the first book, Achromatic Chronicles Blue, I did feel kind of meandered a little bit, kind of just could have been tightened up, made a little bit shorter. Now, we get about the same page count book here, and I do feel that it is a tighter story. I don't feel like we're kind of laying it on thick on some of these issues as far as like the adults and stuff. I felt that we just kind of continued a good story. So it does look like Jay is learning from his experience, and I want to praise him on that. At the moment, I do think I like Green more than I like Blue. And I would recommend this for a younger audience. And if this is something that would interest you, be sure to check the link in the description to where you might be able to get a copy for yourself. But that is all I have for today, guys. So until next time, take care and God bless.